What is going on, guys? I'm Tubby Emu, and we're talking about the drug-bound, rebounding Evan Bourne. What do we say about Evan Bourne? Is it technically wrong, I guess, because it was synthetic pot? I don't know, but the one thing I do know is when you work for a company and they have specific drug policies in, regardless if it's legal, you don't do stuff that's against company policy. You just don't do it. And as much as I like Evan Bourne, I think Evan Bourne has got a lot of charisma. Matt's a good superstar, and I liked Air Boom. He sells moves like crazy. When Randy Orton RKO'd him, you could just tell how well he sold it. But personally, I have nothing wrong with Evan Bourne. I think he's a great superstar, but I think as far as, things are going, I don't think he will be a WWE superstar for much longer. I think this is going to be his very last opportunity. Now, obviously it is because the third strike and you're out. This is his second, suspension. He had a 30-day suspension, now a 60-day suspension. And I think, especially for WWE officials, it's got to be hard. They had a hell of a thing going with Air Boom, and then all this happened, and then they had to break up Air Boom, and you kind of feel bad for Kofi. But at the same time, you sit there wondering, holy shit, he reversed 2 Airbornes. You wonder, okay, then what's going to happen with Evan Bourne? There was some talks of him getting the United States title, and that's why you're seeing Santino versus Evan Bourne. That's always a possibility. Me personally, though, I don't exactly know what I would do with Evan Bourne, because if you put him in a high storyline, and then for some reason, if he goes and fails that, you have a huge problem, because not only is he gone now, you just wasted the resources. And I think there's at least some, possibility that he is coming back, with his suspension up, because while he was suspended, they did remove him, as I'm kind of spamming moves here, they did remove him from the actual show intro, and I think it was last week that Wrestling Inc. had posted that they actually put him back in the intro to show it. So I think it's a good sign that he will be coming back, and they're not, in fact, ditching him, which is good and great and all. But at the same time, I don't know how much longer he's going to last. I mean, even if, he doesn't do drugs and he stays clean, come the next round of, WWE releases in the summer or the fall, I can't remember exactly when they do it, I would think Evan Bourne would be on it. And that's not necessarily a good thing, because he'll probably end up going back to TNA or going to TNA. And it's kind of a bummer because, yeah, sure, he'll probably get used a lot more over there, and he'd probably be a hell of a lot more energetic on TNA, to be honest with you, with the guys he could compete with. And he's just not doing anything in the WWE. I mean, he was a good tag team. Airborne was good. Now Kofi's working with R-Truth. So there's really, I don't think they'll, bring back Air Boom. Like, how do you explain that to the little kids? I mean, oh, you got Air Boom, woo! I mean, Air, it just doesn't make sense. Overall, though, I think if Evan Bourne comes back and is able to stay away from drugs and, he can prove he's worth it, I think he might be able to save his job. I think this is a long shot, after already failing twice. If I was a WWE official, depending on how much it would cost them just to fire him and get him out of his contract, I don't know. It all depends what happens, guys. What do you think? Do you think Evan Bourne is going to get, future endeavored shortly? Do you think he's going to fail another drug test? I would laugh if the first day he came back, he failed a drug test. I would find that hilarious, but that's just me. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Leave it in the comment section below. What do you think should happen to Evan Bourne? Should he become a tag team champion again? Should he become a champion? Does he go to TNA, or does he stay in the WWE? I want to know your guys' thoughts. Leave your opinions in the section below. If you could, hit that like button for Evan Bourne, or else I'll come after you with drugs. Actually, I won't. But, guys, my name is Tubby. Thank you very much, guys. Peace out.